Corinthian sessions, chord back in session. I have a message for you. Are you ready for it? How are you feeling? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Feeling very creative. I'm in a big mood. Yeah, I didn't feel you. Something wet got cool in my pocket. Tell me you will do. So how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Well, we just gonna pull some cards. We gonna see how that moves. Actually, what cards do I want to start with? Spirit, what we about to do? I want to start with the Soulful Woman deck. I just be feeling this. I be feeling this deck hella now. Like, this is becoming like, it's like my favorite deck. I have these decks, right? I've had these decks for a couple years, but my favorite deck just changes with the like season. Like, whatever I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? That becomes the favorite deck. So we're just gonna pull some cards. We're gonna pull some cards. My head is pretty clear. That's why I like got on, and I realized I'm developing a sort of system, which is nice. So the first card out is the Power of Support. I am grateful for all the love and support I receive. It is the most precious of life's gifts. Okay. And then we got Heart Healing, 26. My courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and a deeper relationship with myself. Like, okay, like, I will say before I really like get into a message for real, but like, life's events really has a way of unearthing things that we need to heal, and it puts you in a position to really understand aspects of yourself that you wouldn't have understood if you were comfortable. Life makes you uncomfortable so that you sit with that discomfort and truly understand what it is that it wants to teach you. So we have 40, the Power of Support. That was the first thing that came out. Listen, sitting with discomfort, you know, sometimes we spiral into discomfort. I was thinking about this yesterday. Like, I can be uncomfortable and it feels like I'm floating on top of like depression in a sense. Like, I'm floating on it, because if I was to give in, I would sink, you know, I would let my thoughts get me. But these negative thoughts are coming to surface so that I can sit with it, float on it, understand it, and then transmute it. And again, I don't say that as, you know, I say if you need help, go get help for real. But things happen so that you become more aware of yourself and more aware of the direction that you want to take. Because at the end of the day, we do have free will and we have autonomy, and there's power in our choices. We have the ability to take control of our choices. We have to remain accountable for ourselves and how we want to maneuver, you know, making new choices. So I just want to show off my earrings so bad. I gotta re-pierce my ears, but like, I made this. I made the earrings. I made the necklace. I does this. I look cute. I look really cute. But anyways, the Power of Support. I am grateful to all those who have been a part of my journey of becoming. Their love has assisted the flowering of my spirit, and it has been the most precious of gifts. Others' belief in me, their care and love, their practical help, their positive thoughts and energy, their wisdom and encouragement have created miracles in my life, both large and small. I am humbled by their love. Yeah, I was talking about humility earlier, like being in a space of humility. Like, I feel loved, you know. I'm saying, like, I feel like when life hits me with things, I feel like I've developed a good support system, and I really am appreciative for my community. And I really hope that I'm able to show up for my community, and I hope that I also create a community here. And I want to make sure that, like, you know, I show up for y'all as much as y'all show up for me. You watching shows up for me. You commenting shows up for me. And I'm still really sitting in the energy of gratitude from the other day. And I'm just, yeah, I'm feeling good and I love y'all and I want to show love to y'all. The kind and loving support of others has helped me transform my life and allow me to blossom. I recognize the power of this support and am honored to be part of a greater circle of giving and receiving, a greater circle of love. Yeah, I feel like I don't know, like these are thoughts, like this is just me, but I allow community to form naturally. And I feel like I'm developing a really healthy like web network community. And I understand there's aspects of community that I found community in spaces that I didn't expect to, is what I want to say. And community has found me. Where I thought I was going to find community, I didn't. So community has been finding me, and I'm really grateful to be, seen and received. And I'm grateful for the ability to also give something, because I know I bring something to the table, and as does everyone else. So I'm really grateful for that. I recognize the power of this support and am honored to be part of a greater circle of giving and receiving, a greater circle of love. So yeah, that's the power of support and heart healing. My heart feels really open right now. This card is so beautiful. This is why I'm like falling in love with this deck again. It's so pretty. All right. Heart healing. My courageous journey of healing leads me along a path of self-love and empowerment. It initiates higher levels of personal awakening within me and deepens my relationship with myself. With compassion for myself and a thoughtful attitude towards what's hurt me, I am ready to help heal any hurts to my heart. Keeping my heart healthy and open is a priority to me. For me. Well, to me, for me, whatever. Through the work of heart healing, I learned to listen more deeply to my intuition, feelings, and instincts. I discover what I need to do to honor and care for my body, mind, and spirit. I become more attuned to my inner soul prompts. In the course of healing my heart, I may even discover a new direction in life, guided by a new knowledge of myself, both the dark and light sides of me. I've had to sit with my shadow a lot too. And I feel like you're going to understand this, but like, I feel like, I don't know, if you're here and you're coming out the love and life spirituality, like denying your shadow will have you spinning in circles. Like you need to sit with that negative energy sometimes. You need to understand like the darker aspects of yourself and take accountability for them so that you can integrate them, so that you can be more aware about your emotions. Because when we try to shame ourselves for the darkness that's within us, we act out in ways that do not serve us or our best good. You know what I'm saying? Like you won't address your envy, so now you create situations that kind of like fuck everything that you have going on. You won't address your sexuality, so you end up becoming so hateful to the people who represent what you hide and what you fight. You won't address you get what I'm saying? The things that you feel shame for will eventually seep out of you. It seeps out of you and it plays out. Because things like shame, guilt, and resentment, those shit swim around our heads. If you feel angry and you feel vengeful. Like, don't fight it. The fighting it is what brings about that revengeful action. You feel hateful, don't fight it. What we end up doing is we end up pushing it down, and it consumes us because we fight it and we hide from it. Those negative emotions are trying to tell you things about yourself and trying to tell you how to make life serve you better. We project. Everything that you hide from, everything that you run from, you project. And that shit lives out. And when you project it, you can't take it back. You cannot take it back. So, yes. Lean into your heart and the things that you feel, good and bad, dark and light. You know what I'm saying? Love and life Love and light spirituality helps nobody, for real. There's people who is naturally like light. I feel like the people who showcase the most light sit with the most darkness. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can come to the world and show some type. I like to show a balance. I'm not a good person and I'm not a bad person. I'm not a nice person. I'm just Sam. And Sam does what Sam feels is best in the moment. So, but of course, all actions that I take, I understand is a reflection of me. Anything that I do to another person is a reflection of how I feel about myself. So I live in that way. So when I say like people who showed like the kindest people are usually dealing with the darkest shit behind closed doors. The kindest people, the people who really show up and show light. Like, I remember having amazing conversations with this dude who did 15 years in prison. He can show up differently because he had to sit with his darkest actions. You get what I'm saying? People live lives and they decide and transmute those situations and decide how they want to maneuver things. That's why, again, like, people who show up with light usually carry a lot of darkness, or they've experienced a lot of darkness. Like, the bypassing, the pretending the darkness isn't there doesn't help nothing, because a lot of those people are villains. A lot of the people who show up and pretend to be this nice, sweet, like, innocent, whatever, they're fucking evil. Like, people, like, to be a human is to live in duality. You have to balance out those things, and you show up how you want to show up. Like, I know some of my friends, they especially like the Scorpios, I know, they come up real dark, like all black everything, real like dry cut humor, like, but they're the sweetest people I have ever met. Like, they showcase a lot of darkness, but they're mad cool because they've transmuted. You know what I'm saying? That honestly is the basis of scorpionic energy in itself, you know, to transmute darkness and to come out of Phoenix, to do things with your feelings and your emotions. So yeah, now we're gonna pull our cards. Okay, boom. Refocus on love, boom, next to heart healing. New idea formed, seed planted, healing. Just a backing up of the message, healing. A fake account lurking. What do you truly want? Plant a seed of what you really want. You know, we convince ourselves, I know I'm good at it. Like, if I need to get something done, I will convince myself of, like, for me, you know, I got a Pisces placement, heavily protected. Something just fell underneath I know I saw the card fall. So I'm just gonna, I'll be right back. Oy. Protect your energy. Underneath, heavily protected. Entitled as fuck to you. Lord. What was I saying? Pisces. Yeah, I have a lot of Pisces placements, so I could be really delusional. I use it for my betterment though. Like, I'm like, let me tell y'all, as a Pisces placement, let me tell you something. It's not that we're delusional, it's that we are so in touch with like the otherworldliness of it all, like Neptunian. You get what I'm saying? It's this planet of Neptune. It's of like the things unseen. It's of the energies that, you know what I'm saying, we can't touch into. Piscean energies that we know a lot. We know a lot and we choose to not give a fuck. So we can see reality, we can understand reality, but we also understand that reality isn't fucking real. It really isn't. So we play around with it. There's a Pisces that I know. I don't know how he does it, but this nigga is traveling the world. He goes from like, you pop up on his page, he's just in another country. Like, how does he get there? And he has a list of stories, and those stories are real as fuck. He goes to another school. He told us how he went to a country, he got arrested. Like, he just be living life. Like, when shit just don't seem real, you do what you want. And you just, somehow you get away with it. Like, you do what you want, you learn from it, you deal with the hard lessons of that shit, and then you just integrate it and you move forward. I'm talking a lot about like water signs for real. But yeah, transmutation, fuck. Going broke, pour into your self-expression, time for redirection, intuition on point, trust your intuition. Car related. Self-discipline needed. Okay. Everyone knows they tripping. Cycle closing out. You probably like, if you like, let me tell you something about reality. Every time I'm about to hit like a major shift, because again, when you just realize that reality isn't real, you just start to study the patterns of it. When I'm about to hit a major shift, like usually something chaotic happens. Like it makes me feel like I'm about to be on my ass or something like that. And then like life just kind of meet me where I'm at. So I learned to just relax. I'd be relaxing my ass off, because at the end of the day, so many things, like there's so many things that just be outside of our control that it doesn't matter. None of it matters. For real. None of it matters. So if it doesn't matter, I'm going to decide what I really want. And I'm going to work towards it like it's about to happen. Because again, everything else is outside of my control. So I might as well work towards what I want to do. And that's how, again, I can tell y'all about this Pisces. He be traveling. He be in other places. Every Pisces I've seen, especially online, like they have the most adventurous lives. They just be chilling. And I love it. I love it. Ooh. Two of Pentacles. Mine's be more so like creative based. Like I be on side quests creatively, like because it's a moon. I have a Pisces moon. So I be on like creative side quests. And I want to be on the adventurous side quest though. Like I'm like leaning into it. I'm like, yeah, I want to do things. I want to be in other places. I want to travel. I just want to do different things in different places. I'm tired of doing the same shit every day. Like, this shit boring. That's why I be creating. Because it feels like life be having me, like, when you can't escape your four walls. When you can't escape your four walls, you can escape your head. You get what I'm saying? That's I guess this is where the energy is coming from. That's it. We being authentic. But yeah. Refocus on love. New ideas, seed planted. Healing. Fake account lurking. Trust your intuition. What do you truly want? Car related, heavily protected. Then we got the Two of Pentacles. Basically that, like, when the more you tap into your heart and what you truly desire, the easier it is. Like using your emotions can open up doors. It sounds like, whoa, because you're so used to, if you're used to living in the material, you're used to living in the dimensions of like this reality that we exist in, then of course things seem impossible. But like the more you tap into your heart, the more you realize just how deep everything can go, and just how there's a science to everything. There's a magic to everything. There's a science to magic. You get what I'm saying? So there's a power in your intentions. It transcends the limitations of the 3D. The 3D is dense. So when you create an idea, you get what I'm saying? Like you plant a seed, like mentally your mind has changed around something and you've decided something. It sets off a bunch of emotions, right? That's why I don't be surprised about anything. So it sets off a bunch of emotions. You just planted a new idea. So it sets off into motion a bunch of things that bring that idea to you. But because we live in such a dense reality, that fifth dimensional idea has to go through all these like sequences of events. It's called the bridge of events. That's Neville Goddard's teaching, or Joseph Murphy. I think they use the same words, but like, it's a bridge of events. You have to go through the bridge of events that makes it the path of least resistance that brings that thing into your reality. And a lot of it just involves you sitting back and relaxing. Like, you need to sit back and relax as things happen, because it's bringing into fruition whatever it is that you like. If, let's say, you finally come up with this solid ass plan and then life hits a 180, it's not because something is working against you, it's because something is working with you, and you need to sit there and transmute those negative emotions, because those negative emotions are coming to surface so that you can prepare yourself for whatever it is that's about to come into your life. A lot of the things that happen to us that we feel is negative, if we actually sit with it and understand it, is teaching us something new. So you learn from it and then you just move forward. So yeah, heavily protected. What do you truly want? Two of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? Like, you adapt. Things go down so that when things go up, it balances itself out. You have to feel the down before you truly understand your up. You gotta feel it. You gotta feel it all out. It's a superpower. It really is. I feel like, let me not say this because I'm like, this is not mental health appropriate, but like, when I'm checked out of reality, life is good. I'm like, I don't be giving a fuck about nothing. I be like, listen, it's all working my way, it's all going my way. It always does. Like, literally, I have a track record. Everything always goes my way. Even when it doesn't seem like it's going my way, it does. So I just be like, whatever, cool. This is something that happened. This is the story I tell before, you know, I get to what I want, the testimony. Delusion. But not even delusion, it's a science. There's a science to it. Going broke, self-discipline needed, entitled to you, everyone knows they trip, and protects your energy, 7 of Wands. Protect your energy, everyone knows they tripping, entitled to you, self-discipline needed, going broke, 7 of Wands. And you know, again, like, I've been in this situation, like, every time that I have like a period or a circumstance, it's like, I don't know, I feel like whenever I'm in one of those spaces where something has happened, it feels like I'm like a little more vulnerable than normal, like, especially if I'm like thrown off guard. And people be preying on your vulnerabilities, like they be praying that like this is the moment where you're sad enough to give them attention or some shit. Like, this is the moment where you're depressed enough that you gonna hit them up and ask them to like come over or some shit. Like, oh, you must be sad, so now you must need company, and I can only really be around you when you're sad, so you're probably gonna hit me up and now we can talk or some shit. And it's like, no, it doesn't serve me. It serves my best good. That's why you gotta tap in with your heart and your feelings. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to feel down, but those are the moments where like you're the most vulnerable and energy start to like seep in and like leech off of you. Because people do leech off of misery. You think people only want to be around you when you're up? No, there's people who want to be around you when you're down. There's people who want to make connections with you when you're depressed. There's people who only want to see you be miserable because that's when they can relate the most to you. You get what I'm saying? You have to protect yourself. Like, protect your energy, for real. Deadass. That's where it's heavily protected. Protect your energy. Like, you need to protect your energy. If you're feeling down or life has hit you, this is the best time to this is the best time to really like lean into your head. Like, just, I don't like, do things that you enjoy and comfort yourself, because what we do is we end up seeking comfort, and then we find us a person who don't wish us no fucking well, who don't intend to be good to us at all, who is fiending for that negative energy that you is boiling in, you is sinking in. They want that shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear you talk about how much you hate your life. They want to hear you complain. They want to see you be down. They want to know that you ain't showering and you not eating or some shit like that. And it's just like, bruh, That's when you protect yourself. That's when you move in more silence. That's when you kind of like keep to yourself. When you're vulnerable, you don't open yourself up to fucking vultures. Don't do that. Like, imagine that's like an animal belly up laying down. Like, that's when the animals come out to feast, you know? So you protect yourself. Oh, I just got a text message. And the text message is basically about actually that's my personal business. But some family shit, you know what I'm saying? A cycle of like people being vulnerable and then seeking out the worst people ever, and you kind of like stay stuck with them, and they never like, if you give someone so much power to make you, to cheer you up or to make you happy, they will never intend for you to be happy, because you just given them all the power over your happiness. So nah, you find joy within. I've learned that from observing my family members. If you give someone the power to make you upset and to make you happy, like you put all of that power in their hands, they gonna play with it. Like they don't actually value that you give so much of a fuck about their validation. Like, they're gonna make you feel good one day, and then the next day they gonna tell you how you getting fat. The next day they gonna tell you how your hair don't look good. Next day they gonna tell you that like they're going to beat you down. I live by that, and I really like don't fucking play around with shit like that for real. Because again, I always pay attention to every cycle that I'm in. I pay attention to every season that I'm in. If somebody only come around when I'm depressed, then I know you ain't a person who's meant to be in my life. Like, for real. I'm not seeking comfort from you. You're actually feasting off of me and my energy. Feasting. So, pour into your self-expression. Cycle closing out. Time for redirection. Taurus. Intuition on point. Is it Taurus season yet? What's today's date? Yo, I'm telling you, I'm so tapped out. Like, I don't know the days of the week. I don't know the date. It's crazy how much a couple days can throw me off. Like, I don't know. I think it's Taurus season already. I'm not sure yet. Is it the 20th? Oh, it's 420. Is it Taurus season? I think it's Aries season still. I don't know. But something's going to happen in Taurus season. You're going to have a redirection. And it's the 3 of Wands. You know what I'm saying? You know what I've been hearing for myself personally is get used to this. Like, enjoy your rest period. Because life is about to move really quick. Like, enjoy your rest. Because you ain't going to be rested for a little bit. Enjoy your rest. That's why we're given periods of rest. So that when it's time to really get to work, we is in motion. I've done that. You know, this is a cycle for me. If I have a period to rest, when it's time to really get to it, I get to it like nobody's fucking business. I know myself well. So any period that I get to rest, I really revel in this shit. Because when it's time for me to get to work, bitch, I be working my ass off. I don't play. So enjoy your rest. Enjoy your rest season. Create. Because Taurus has a lot of... Some Taurus seasons, I pull back on doing stuff. And some Taurus seasons, I be really stacking, like moving. Like, it's feeling like it's giving that. Like, you about to get to work. You're about to get your move on. Yeah. So, that's Sam Sentient Sessions. Session adjourned. Lean into your healing. Don't run from it. And don't try to don't run from your heart healing and try to find somebody to mend that pain, because you're not going to feel good. It doesn't change. You can't bypass the healing. You finding somebody to mend your pain is just going to solidify how sad you are, because that person is going to become a reflection of your depression, and they're not going to let you escape it. If you give somebody the power to heal you, quote unquote, you see the air quotations. If you give somebody the power to heal you, you also give them the power to hurt you. So that's CM Sentient Sessions. Sessions adjourned. Please come back.